Hello, welcome to Friday Sews. I'm Carol and I am in my sewing room. I am back home and I've had to find just a tiny corner to film this in that isn't a complete mess because I have everything that I bought on my holiday, all my fabrics and everything are just plastered everywhere. So I've managed to find a tiny corner to talk to you from. I had a brilliant holiday. Thank you very much. Thank you also for all your lovely comments in response to my Friday Says last week. I really didn't feel like doing it. And I just want to thank you all for being so kind. It was lovely. Here we are. What did I sew? I haven't sewn anything. The only thing I have sewn is I finished the cross stitch on the plane. This is meant to be a bookmark, I think, so somehow I've got to turn this into a bookmark. It was just a fun little thing. I was just looking at the back of it. Shall I show you the back of it? Anybody cross stitchers out there? Close your eyes. Ta-da! There you go. I admitted that the back isn't very tidy. But so that's the bookmark. So I did enjoy doing that on the plane. It kept me busy, and some of the evenings I kept busy doing it as well. We're just used to sewing, aren't we? So we need to do something. So I want to thank, of course, Jen from Today and Son, Jen's Sewing Room. And I, of course, met Jen and Trish and Deb from Deb's Way when I was away in Orlando. Now, you may have already seen some photos or seen some footage, but we had an amazing time and it was really strange to see them in person rather than just seeing them on a video screen or a little phone screen. To actually see them in reality was just amazing, and we got on like a house on fire. Of course we were, with a sewing community. We all loved chatting. um it was marvelous. I got some gifts from them which I was taken aback by. um I'll first show you. We managed to meet up with Deb from Deb's Way, and this lovely lady was sat in the shop waiting for us when we turned up, and filmed us walking in. And there's the film of me, and I'm going like this as I walked through the door because I didn't expect to see her there. But she gave me some presents. She gave me a gift bag with some lovely little gifts, and honestly, I nearly cried. It was just so lovely. She gave me a seam ripper on a necklace. Now, isn't that the most genius idea? Why have we never thought? I mean, we're using them all the time. I drop them on the floor, I drop them everywhere. But to actually have one on a necklace was genius. It's a hemline one. I've never seen it before. And she gave me, now, we both had issues at school. I've talked about it before, about a horrible sewing teacher I had that told me I was useless. She had the same experience, and she got me some back to school novelty socks with U rule, and it's a ruler. And I thought that was hilarious. She gave me this gorgeous little tin. Look at this little tin that I can keep pins in. Just a lovely lady, look, gorgeous lady. That's exactly how I sew. I've got my little grandson by my side being an angel, and I'm there in a lovely long dress with my hair. No, that's not at all how I sew at all, believe me. And in here is this lovely little, I can't remember what you call it, but you hang it on a bag, don't you, all keys, with a lovely vintage sewing machine. I sew, hashtag I sew. I certainly do. What else was in it? It was like Christmas, honestly. And in here is another little lovely pin badge with an old machine. Isn't that cool? Oh, it's not a badge, it's a button. Isn't that amazing? It's a button. Because I've just seen the loop through the back. Oh, wow. Oh, right, I'm going to have to think of what to do with that one. And then something we all need whenever we go away on holiday, ready threaded needles. Now, I've given them to I think my son and my daughter before when they were younger going. So I think I sent my son off to university with these ready. So if you ever needed to make a quick repair, it's there at hand. So that was, I was just so emotional about that. I also met up with Trish, as you know. Now, Trish knew I enjoyed doing cross stitch on the way over and was worried that I wouldn't have anything to do on my flight home. So she gave me 2 cross stitches. Now, I did do one, more or less finished it on the way home. It says, "Friends are life's treasures." And the other one is, "Friendship warms the heart." So I enjoyed doing that. Can't wait to do that one. Thank you very much, Trish. And Jen, the lovely Jen. Jen had for me, I thought, was what could be a bit of a challenge actually. First of all, she gave me these amazing patterns, quick and easy patterns, which I've never seen before. This nice little wraparound skirt. Now I thought that would make a brilliant sort of bikini cover up or swimsuit cover up. You know, when you just want to go and say get a drink in a pool or something, or just quickly put something over. And this rather elegant number here, quick and easy. It's still new mode, still looks foreign in a way, but and yet it's got quick and easy written in English. But doesn't that look an elegant dress? And it's a faux wrap dress, and I love faux wraps because I don't seem to get on with a wrap dress because they always fly open on me. And the challenge she's given me is this absolutely beautiful fabric. The strange thing is, I was reading a book on holiday called The Pink Suit, and it's about the famous pink boucle suit that Jackie Kennedy wore on that fateful day. She actually wore it quite a few times before. It was a fictional story, but based around a lot of truths. And if you've never read it, never heard of it, it was recommended to me by Jen. And it's just, it makes you fall in love with sewing even more because the way they describe how she works with the fabric and her sheer love, the lady that made the dress, the sheer love of sewing is just incredible. And then lo and behold, Jen gave me this beautiful tweed fabric, which she picked up on one of her trips away recently. It will make a beautiful, first of all, I thought it would make a lovely suit jacket and skirt. I would probably never wear that, so I will either make just a casually jacket to go over, say jeans and something, just to dress it up a bit, or I would like to turn it into a coat. Now, if I do, that could be my first ever proper lined project, but I've got to find the right pattern for this because this is just truly beautiful and it's soft and smooth to the touch. It doesn't feel at all rough, and there's so many different colours in there. So thank you very much, Jen. Now, how are you all doing on Sew Purple to End ALZ 22? Michelle from Michelle Sews Again has been doing this collaboration through the whole of September. I am sure you all know about it, but I had a quick look before I filmed this, and there's over 100 posts on Instagram. So still loads of time for you to sew something in purple to enter this hashtag Sew Purple to End ALZ 22. Every post will raise awareness for ALZ, which is Alzheimer's, and go into the research and hopefully find a cure for one day for what is an awful disease. And of course, Michelle and lots of you, I'm sure, will have lost someone very dear to you to the disease. So my collaboration comes out on the 29th of September, right at the end, so you'll have had enough of everything purple by then. It will be a combination of these 2 fabrics. I had a mass panic when I got back from holiday because I actually hadn't done anything about it, and I should have done. So it's all cut out now, so I'm hopefully going to do that in the next week. It's going to be a top cut on the diagonal using the 2 fabrics together. And I know it's more burgundy the purple, but it is more purple in reality if you actually see it. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Don't forget, if you do want to donate, certainly not a thing you have to do, but if you do want to donate, then I will put a link to her introductory video talking all about it. And of course, if you do make anything purple, then if you put the hashtag into Instagram, you can enter into the competition to win a prize. She's got a selection of fantastic prizes. So I'll leave all the details below because I'm useless at describing things. But that is what I'm going to be doing next week. When I was looking through the patterns, and I've been watching all the videos about the collaboration, there's been some amazing ones. I happened to catch one from the Yorkshire sew girl, Ruan, and she had made a beautiful maxi dress, but she had on her shoulder straps beautiful, beautiful embroidery on it. And then she said how she'd done it. Oh, I just kept on looking at it. My eyes were drawn to it. And it was using some patches. Now, I knew I had to, because of my newfound love for cross stitch, I thought I need to get my hands on some of these patches. So when I was on holiday, I quickly asked her where she got them from, and I got 2 packets and I came home to them. So I'm sure I will put a link to that video because it was such a good make, and you'll see what I mean about the embroidery on the shoulder straps. But I've got 2 packets. I've got the flowers and the leaves and things, and I seem to have got a bonus too, which is a really good idea because it means I can try these out. If I go wrong, then that's fine. I haven't used any of these, so that was fun to come back to. Now I have a massive load of fabric to show you, but I'm not going to show you in this video because it would just make it go on too long. So I'm going to put a separate video about all the fabrics that I bought when I was away. And also, I'd forgotten that I actually ordered some from Germany about a month and a half ago now. They've had a real problem. It was My Fabrics in Germany, which are an amazing online fabric store. It does normally take a long time to come over, but they had some issues. So logistics issues, so it was delayed even further. And of course, that came when I was away. So I came back to even more fabric. One thing the very lovely Jen also gave me was a stack of patterns. Now she has thousands of patterns, and every now and then she does a bit of a de-stash and gets rid of them. But she found some amazing ones for me. This is a McCall's jumpsuit, and it's actually very similar to the Laura Ashley jumpsuit that she's made herself and her daughter. That looks really cool and really comfortable for summer. Obviously now we're moving into autumn, I'm going to have to hold on to these a bit longer, but this one I could certainly use in autumn. Just a nice jersey top, which is probably done in a sort of a knit and a skirt. You might have seen that pattern already. This one was really interesting. It's got some really different designs on it. It could be a nice little light summer dress, or you've got one with sleeves, but it's got a lovely detail where it's cuts off about here. So that's another good one. These look super cool and funky. Look at these. It looks like a kind of a wraparound trousers. It's not one of these where you've got a proper trouser back or shorts back, but an extra skirt bit that comes over the front. That could look really flattering. That picture is awful though. That does not sell it to me at all. But that one, the shorts one's much better. And this one is spot on for me. Look at this pair of trousers with the 2 pockets here and the drawstring. That is so me. That's incredible. It's also got like a shorts version. A lot of these will go forward to spring next year, spring and summer. Look, we haven't even had autumn yet and I'm jumping forward. Now, when I came back, I also had my latest issue of the Sew magazine, which I always get the Sew magazine, and with it are 2 patterns. But a long time ago, I watched Viv Mum do a bit of review. She does her makes. She does her makes for the month. It's brilliant. If you've ever caught her, she's just amazing. And she had used this pattern for this blouse here. So this is New Look 6479. Now, I've been looking for it for ages and I came across it on Etsy in America. So I ordered it a long time ago. It's been shipped over to me and I received it while we were away. But what came free? What came free in the Sew magazine? This pattern. Now this, I think, is the reprint because those 2 tops are absolutely identical. And that's a newer number. Trousers are not quite the same, but definitely. That top is without doubt the same top. So I now have two. I have one that came free and one that cost me a pretty penny to get over from America. Let's hope my daughter likes it, because then I've got one in her size and one in my size. Now, what am I going to be doing this weekend? Shall I tell you what I'm going to be doing this weekend? Fabric washing. I have not only all the holiday washing to compete with, I've got all this out of the corner of my eye. I'm looking at these stacks of material that have got to be washed. And of course, you can't bundle everything in together because there are different colours. You've got some light colours. I've got different types of fabric. So I can't just shove it all in one wash. I've also got a couple of things that I picked up in a Goodwill shop. Yes, I went to a Goodwill shop. Compared to our charity shops, they are enormous. I likened it to going into a TK Maxx, TJ Maxx in America, TK Maxx over here, and it was like that. I mean, whereas we will get a couple of baby clothes, say, or little children's clothes rail, there they had length of the store. Oh, and all the linens, all their bedding. We don't seem to get bedding, but I think it's because they use flat sheets and fitted sheets like us, but flat sheets. They don't all just have duvet covers, and all we have is duvet covers. But you have endless flat sheets. It was an amazing experience. So I managed to pick up a couple of things there. There will be in 2 weeks a craft show that I will be going to, local-ish to me. Well, it's about an hour and a half away, but I like to take my mum. My mum and I go together, and we've done it for a few years now. Obviously, we had a couple of years gap because of, the dreaded. But we did go last November, and they've got another one coming up in 2 weeks' time. It's, as I say, about an hour and a half for me. It's a craft for crafters show. If any of you want details, I will put details of it down below. They have just announced it. I thought it was going to be later in the year. Now, whether they've changed the date of it or not, but there's always about 100 stalls, all different crafts, a lot of card making. They do always have a genome stand with all the genome sewing machines. I can't be tempted because I've got a new overlock and a new machine recently. And so many different things. You could have got classes, you can do some crafting, lace making. I know we won something, or we watched, or we had a go at a bit of a lace making. It's really, really interesting. So quiltings, there are some fabrics there as well. So I will be going to that. That's in 2 weeks with my mum. So hopefully I can take a bit of footage then. But I've managed to get the tickets today. So I think that is it from me today. Nothing to show you that I've made apart from my cross stitch, which is a bit sad. Thanks ever so much for coming back. Thanks for bearing with me. And thanks as ever to Jen. Please go on #Friday Sews. See who's new. There might be some new people that have come up. And I certainly enjoyed watching all of them when I was away, when you have that little bit more time. And I downloaded a lot of them on my phone so I could watch them when I was on the plane on the way over. So see who else you can find. We're an amazing community, and get on board if you're not already and you're thinking about doing a video. Get on board. It's great fun. Look at the friends I met through YouTube. Amazing. So I will see you next week. Bye bye.